Hey guys, this is Austin, and today we're taking a look at some of the most dangerous tech out there. This is a Tesla Model 3, and it is a very good car. What it is not is a self-driving car. While the sensors and software have come a long way and they continue to get better and better, it is not yet ready for a full self-driving experience, something that a lot of people should really take note of. There are several cases where people have gotten into major accidents or straight up died because their cars either ran into someone else or someone ran into them and they just weren't paying attention. Now, even though it's not full self-driving, Autopilot is a legitimately really impressive technology, and especially when you pair that with Navigate on Autopilot, which allows you to put in the GPS coordinates and the car will essentially drive you there. It's cool, but you can't fully trust it. So Autopilot is not ready for full self-driving just yet. So especially here on like a normal street, you really don't want to use it, right? It's really meant for freeways. Now there are a lot of people who think that full self-driving is here right now, and that's just simply not true. Now there are a lot of cars which are getting closer and closer, but the full self-driving experience is still a little ways away. That being said though, what Tesla has here is one of the most advanced systems that you can buy. So you look at the screen here, it can easily see the car in front of us, the cars to the side of us. It's actually pretty clever with that. Oh, okay, it's vibrating now. It's letting me know the turn signal is on. There's a car coming past me, and now it should be clear. Is it clear? It is clear, and we are changing lanes. Okay, that's pretty cool. A little scary, but that worked. So this is actually a sketchy place. If I'm driving right now, I am not gonna try to change lanes while I'm almost stopped and there are cars flying around, but okay, it's gonna try to get over. Oh man, there's cars coming pretty fast on the side. You can see them though. It's not doing anything too stupid. Okay, let's see, there's one more car. Oh God, don't do that. Nope. Okay. Yeah, that was a bad idea. And that's the thing with these systems. They're assistant tools. They're not full self-driving, right? There's a lot of stuff that it can do, but if you're not paying attention, you will straight up be in a world of insurance claims. And maybe even worse. When we're talking danger tech, one of the things that's been doing the rounds lately is 5G. Now this one is, shall we say, controversial. Now there is absolutely no doubt that we live in a world filled with radio signals, cell phone towers, cell phones in our pockets, or maybe smartwatches on our wrists. I mean, there's absolutely this stuff all around us every day. But the thing is, there's really no true evidence to prove that this is actually harmful. Today though, we're on the cusp of a brand new 5G network, which promises hugely improved speeds. I mean, you look at the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 with 5G, and this thing is rocking speeds that are a lot faster than most people's home internet connections. And this is certainly not going to be the first or last phone we see. There are lots of 5G networks which are really going to become ubiquitous over the next couple years. Now though, with the dawn of 5G networks, people are again asking the question, is 5G safe? Yeah, it's safe. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All it takes is a quick Google of 5G, and 5G dangers quickly shows up. But the thing is, there's really no evidence to show that 5G is any more dangerous than all the wonderful networks that have come before it. It's a really annoying seagull. I think that seagull likes 5G. Now there's absolutely truth in the fact that there is some danger when it comes to radiation. However, radiation is absolutely everywhere around us. Now if you look at the electromagnetic spectrum, I mean sure, things like X-rays and sort of ionizing radiation is certainly not something you like, but 5G is nowhere near that. And in fact, I mean even visible light's on the spectrum, and I've got to say I'm a huge fan of visible light. Can't see anything without it. Put simply, there is no need to fear 5G. It uses very similar frequencies to Wi-Fi as well as cell towers of today. Really, the most dangerous part of your smartphone is like dying when taking a selfie, or neck strain, or a general lack of not having any self-respect after spending all day on Twitter. But that's probably more of a personal issue, I think. Dude, is this a Note 7? Yeah. What are you doing? No, dude, this is literally gonna explode.
Dude, it's fine. It's the fan edition. It's that one from South Korea. They did a video on it.
Oh. Now Samsung is in the news right now for the slight issues that the Galaxy Fold has had. But beyond something like a foldable phone, the real PR disaster was the Galaxy Note 7. This still makes me uncomfortable to hold. But real talk though, this was a major PR disaster, right? I mean, you're talking about a huge flagship phone that the battery was literally catching on fire. And as you'll see in a lot of these other sort of danger tech things that we're talking about, batteries, they're dangerous. They straight up catch on fire sometimes, right? I mean, even plane batteries. Like, I don't know if you remember the Boeing 787. When it first came out, the Dreamliner, there were issues where the lithium-ion batteries on board would just catch on fire randomly. You know, no big deal when you're at 40,000 feet and super low oxygen in planes air disasters. Even Apple is out here with issues. With older MacBook Pros being recalled due to battery issues, some airlines are straight banning MacBook Pros right now. In September of 2016, Samsung officially started recalling the Note 7. Now they were very clear about getting this phone out of people's hands. So not only were they offering an exchange to another Samsung phone or getting free credit toward another device at carriers like AT&T and T-Mobile, but when people were not still doing that, they tried to brick these things. So at one point there was a software update sent that would limit the battery to only charge it like 20 to 30%. They were literally locked out of the network. I mean, people were treating this like a legit bomb. Now Samsung were eventually able to solve the problem by putting a much smaller battery inside the Note and re-releasing it as the Fan Edition, but the damage was very much done at that point. Although if you're curious about what the Fan Edition was and a little bit more about the Note 7, we did do a full video on this a couple years ago when this first came out. Well, should I get the fire extinguisher?
No,
Just in case?
I think we're fine.
We might need it though. Another dangerous piece of technology is the USB killer. Now don't let the looks fool you here. Now sure, on the surface this looks like a normal little USB drive, but it has a much more nefarious purpose than that. It will legitimately kill your laptop. Basically, this uses a series of capacitors, so when you plug it into a device, it starts charging those capacitors, and then it turns around and dumps all that power straight back into the USB port at like 240 volts, which for a lot of systems is enough to kill them. So it depends on what you plug it into, and some manufacturers have gotten wise to this and built in protections to kind of keep that power from sort of propagating and killing everything that it touches. But a lot of devices, it will at the very least kill the USB ports on, or it can even straight up kill the entire system. In fact, recently a college student got in trouble for using this on over 60 college campus computers, totaling over $50,000 of damage, and currently, because he did so much vandalization with this thing, he could go to prison for up to 15 years. Now obviously it's not illegal to use a USB killer on your own device, but this is straight up like killing something, right? I mean, using a USB kill and plugging it in is no different than taking like a baseball bat to like a laptop or something. It can absolutely kill it just as easily as, I don't know, like a fire extinguisher or a hammer or water. This is a laptop that we recently had on Mystery Tech, and Ken semi-killed it with water. So let's see if the USB killer still has it. I normally would feel really bad about this because we know how powerful this is, but this laptop is essentially half dead anyway. So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
It's instant, man. Okay, well, maybe not dead, but not good. We're gonna move on before dangerous tech becomes how to, oh dude, it's so warm on the bottom too. We're gonna put this back and continue with mystery tech with dangerous tech, whatever this is called. Put yourself in 2015. Vine is still a thing, everyone is playing The Witcher 3, and the hoverboard is brand new. Whee. So you can imagine after a fun day of riding your shiny new hoverboard around, you plug it in, only to find that the battery starts to smell a little bit odd. The smoke starts to fill the room, and you realize that your awesome new toy is on fire! So back when they first started coming out, there were a flood of different clones on the market. And some of them were completely safe and completely fun, but a lot of the other ones were using some very sketchy batteries that could legitimately combust. All it takes with lithium-ion batteries is for the chemistry to be not quite right, maybe they have a little bit too much heat, maybe they weren't sealed the right way. Whatever the case is, they can and will catch on fire, especially when we consider that if you look at a hoverboard, this is obviously a newer, much safer model, but this is a big device and it has a huge battery inside. With that kind of power, it is absolutely flammable if it is not QC'd correctly. There were some horrible incidences where people literally were riding them and they would just catch on fire. Like literally just catch on fire as you're riding it. You look down, your feet are on fire, your hoverboard's on fire, your life's on fire, and you don't even have a USB kill to make you feel better about your life.